Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Nina's Chelsea Corner. If you're new around here, Chelsea took 3 points home away at Bournemouth. Smash and grab, some may say, scraping the barrel, others may say, but what's important is we got the job done. 3 points, Christopher Nkunku wins it for us, and Jadon Sancho, who else? Of course, it was written in the stars. Man of the match, Jadon Sancho, providing that assist, and happy days. So yes, it's all smiles. Luck hasn't always been on our side, and sometimes in football, you need it. And when you've got a officiator like Anthony Taylor reffing the games, constantly giving away decisions, poor decisions as well, so many yellow cards, and thankfully it didn't ruin our evening. So it's 2 out of 2 wins away from home, considering we lost our opening game at Stamford Bridge and only managed to draw to Crystal Palace. Yeah, it's a pretty good record to have, and the fact that we go away to West Ham next weekend again puts us in a pretty confident position because our record so far is 100%, 2 out of 2. So yeah, I'm sure you guys are pleased. It was very good to see that substitutions again won us this game, and we will talk about obviously the in-game management. We'll talk about Enzo Maresca's impact and the subs ultimately winning it for us. But let's rewind and talk about the team selection. Let's talk about the lineup, because there were a lot of question marks going into this game. Who would start at right back? Now, I saw some people say that Cucurella would play there, perhaps Wesley Fofana, but judging by CVs and who's played where previously in a Chelsea shirt, I just knew it would be Disasi. Now, I obviously want to keep this review positive because it's a win at the end of the day, but we have to talk about the errors. We have to talk about some of the question marks, which could really be costly in the Premier League moving forward. And we know that defensively we have been easily exposed. We do have weaknesses and teams capitalise on them. I think Bournemouth will feel very unlucky with yesterday's game because they could have easily scored 3-4 in the first half. I think it was a combination of them being unlucky up front and Robert Sanchez pulling out some absolutely class saves as well. But yes, I think we do invite that pressure by making defensive errors, and Disasi really didn't help us in that first half. A lot of balls just lost, giving away possession easily, even kicking it out where he didn't even need to. And yeah, it was a pretty shocking. In terms of the penalty as well, I do want to talk about that because I was hosting the watch along over on Chelsea Fan TV for anyone that watched, and in the moment it didn't look to me as if it was a penalty. I thought, where else is Sanchez meant to go? It was given though, he did save it, so fair enough, he did avenge and redeem himself. I think Sanchez, and again, as you guys know, I've been his biggest critique, and I will be the first to say, yeah, rounds of applause for you, Sanchez, because I think in terms of saves, in terms of keeping it a clean sheet, that's all him. That was all him, because again, I think defensively his backline didn't really help him at times, made it very difficult, but he denied Bournemouth and deservedly got his clean sheet last night. So yeah, pretty happy with him. Does it mean that he goes on to be this consistent though? I'm not too sure, and I still have my doubts with him playing out the back, and when he's got the ball at his feet, he still makes me nervous. So I think that's something that he's really going to have to improve moving forwards, but Enzo Maresca's made it pretty clear that he is sticking with Sanchez until, yeah, given a reason not to. Jorgensen will get to play and feature in the Conference League games, perhaps even our domestic cups, which will come to play later on. But for now, this is Robert Sanchez in goal for us. Many people said that us not signing, a world-class goalkeeper would come to bite us back eventually. I still actually think that it could be true. It could be enough that Robert Sanchez is able to get us into top 4, but anything beyond that, not really, for years to come. I just think that he's a good keeper, but that's it. But yeah, again, well done Sanchez, really kept us in that game, really well done for keeping it a clean sheet too. But yeah, overall, in terms of the lineup itself, apart from that, I thought it looked pretty decent. I was happy to see obviously Vega coming into midfield. Enzo Fernandez was out due to an illness, so that's why it called for an opportunity for Vega to start. In my opinion, opinion, I think when we saw him against Servette, he looked pretty decent, very impressive. I think his height and his physicality will come to be a big strength, and I think it's something we've missed, particularly when defending set pieces. You know, we've often lacked height in our team, so I think Vega kind of performing or showing that for us would be really, really helpful and most welcome. I think on the most part, again, pretty decent, but I think that in the first half especially, we were very much struggling to kind of have that transition from midfield into our attack. It was very, very lacking, and it almost seemed like we were missing something there to make those transitions smoother, because we really did not have much going on. A lot of it was coming down that right-hand side with obviously Madueke, Cole Palmer linking up. I think Pedro Neto was very much ignored on that left-hand side. I don't really agree with the criticism Neto received for that game, because I just think it was a case that he was isolated. He didn't really get much of the ball at all, and at times you would see him try and come and drift centrally in those areas to be able to even get himself some time on the ball. So yeah, overall, it was a little bit disconnected in that first half, but I was glad to see us come out in the second half and just try and go for it. We were able to string passes a little bit better, substitutes came on, and yeah, ultimately we saw what happened. So let's talk about him, guys. Let's talk about him, because Jadon Sancho is now a blue. It still doesn't feel real to me. Let me know how you guys feel, but Jadon Sancho with a Chelsea shirt, it just almost seems like it should have always been, but at the same time, it's like not real that he's a Chelsea player now. But what a way to make your debut, away as well in your first game, coming on, a second chance to redeem and revive your career, which I think he's been unfortunate. He has not had much game time, playing time at all, really, to be able to kind of shut out all the hate, to shut out all the noise that was surrounding his time at Manchester United as well, and to just come at Chelsea, seize the opportunity. Yeah, that's admirable in my opinion. He's a young player, so much quality, so much to give as well to the footballing world. So yeah, it's really nice to see that Chelsea kind of as a fan base accepted him instantly, welcomed him. The atmosphere there was great as well at the Vitality Stadium. And yeah, so welcome Sancho, and what a way to make your name known in your first game at Chelsea. Man of the match, deservedly. And you know what, guys, even before the assist, Sancho was on it. Every time he received the ball, he looks forward. He was very direct. He just looks for an opportunity. He picked his passes correctly as well. I even said that he was denied an assist before, you know, the Nkunku one, because I think he was let down by his teammates a little bit in the final third, because we equally could have scored there just before. But yeah, what a techie player, and I love the fact that he plays with so much confidence. So long may it continue. Again, Sancho, just brilliant from you. We were all so excited to see him play, and he's absolutely lived up to the expectations in his first game. Yeah, we won't get carried away. We'll see how it continues on, but in my opinion, that warrants a start. Do you guys agree? Would you start Jadon Sancho against West Ham next weekend? Or would you again keep him as that element of surprise, that force that can come off the bench and ultimately help you win a game? So brilliant stuff. And of course, we have to credit Christopher Nkunku. He did so well for that goal. You know, we've seen spectacular goals. Yeah, perhaps you wouldn't put that in that category. But the work rate to get out of that tight space and continue staying on your feet to finish that chance, that is where you can identify players that have experience and the know-how and those that don't. And I don't want to dig here at Nicholas Jackson, because yeah, he doesn't really deserve it in this scenario, but I think this is where Jackson falls short sometimes, because he does get pushed off too easily. And you look at that chance that Nkunku scored and you ask yourself, does Jackson score that? And I'm not too sure, really, is the answer to that. But Nkunku does so well. The blue balloon is out in front of the away fans. It is happy days. It feels so good, guys, to celebrate goals late as well. It's something that we didn't really have that much last season before, just being able to celebrate a goal late away from home as well and keep your clean sheet and take the 3 points home. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for more. Yeah, sometimes you have to win with luck on your side. It doesn't, however, mean that moving forward we'll accept this, you know, scraping the barrel for wins and being disconnected. But yeah, we needed that, and those 3 points will be much precious in the table. We drew at Palace drew to Palace at home just before the break. So these 3 points, yeah, great. Can we go to the London Stadium and build on that? We will see. But overall, yeah, you just need that moment of individual brilliance, that moment of magic to be able to score. And that is exactly how we did it. Let me know though, guys, in the comments down below how you felt about it. How optimistic are you that we can go and perhaps make it a 3 out of 3 because it's another away day for us? And of course, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel and you've just come across it for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more content, guys. But yes, I hope you take care of yourselves. Have a lovely week and of course, up the Chels.